What going to, man? It's your boy J Smalls. I'm coming at y'all buzz with another video, man. And today reacting to the day Caitlin Clark showed her WNBA Bully Who's Boss. And if y'all don't know about the thumbnail, it was Diana Taurasi. Now this video is 11 months ago, but I know y'all boys be messing with the Caitlin Clark vid, so I was like, you know what, why not? You know, let's say react to this John. But y'all be showing a lot of love on them too, and I appreciate all y'all for that. But if you guys did click on this video, I truly do appreciate you for watching. But I'm saying, hope you're having a fantastic and incredible day or night, whatever time you're seeing this. Shout out to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, allowing me to be here, allowing y'all to be here, and just everything He has done for us. Truly, thank you, Jesus. But with all that being said, without further ado, let's see what she did, man. Give it up.
At just 22
y'all boys,
years old,
please subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want, if y'all will.
Redefine the landscape of women's basketball.
First in the league in fast break points.
No, I'm sorry. I did not mean to say that. Dang it. Oh, my gosh. Scratch lot. You didn't hear that, bro. That came out.
During her college career, she shattered numerous records, including becoming the all-time leading scorer.
To be fair, if y'all know why I'm getting mad, is because that's what Fly React says, bro. And I've been watching Fly since I was a little kid, so some of his sayings be stuck in my brain, bro.
Both men's and
I don't be trying to take
for history.
Like, just OC, bro. Impossible to guard at that point. Just launching it with no care in the world.
Many basketball fans look over women's basketball, Caitlin Clark is filling stadiums, drawing people from across the country who travel hours just to witness her play. It's no exaggeration to say that she's the most monumental figure the WNBA has ever seen.
Yeah, like somebody said in the comments, bro. I said she was MJ and Stephen Curry. They said she was MJ, Curry, and Larry Bird. Shout out to you who said that, bro. Larry Bird, hey, I forgot why Larry Bird, but hey, at this point, everybody, why not?
Wheeler finds Clark from the logo.
Pulling from
the so-called GOAT of the WNBA, however, Diana Taurasi.
She's a GOAT? Diana Taurasi is the GOAT of the WNBA? Yo, am I missing something here? Am I missing something here? What's
jealousy towards Caitlin Clark, making some controversial remarks about her.
Hey, I'm taking Paige. Next question.
Diana Taurasi has been attempting to divert the
spot. I love Paige Buckers, but let's be honest, bro. She is not. Who taking Paige Buckers over Caitlin Clark, bro? The only girl. I'm not even taking Juju Watkins over Caitlin Clark. I mean, Paige is super nice. Don't get me wrong. She's dumb nice. Juju Watkins is OC, but I'm not even taking her over Caitlin Clark. Now, between Paige and Juju, I don't know. I'm taking Juju. That's besides the point. She hate. Big hate.
Caitlin Clark and redirect it towards herself.
You were young yourself, and tell me if I'm wrong. Weren't you named to the roster as soon as you graduated, right? You were young.
Yeah, after I won 3 national championships in a row, I was named.
Jeez. So how did you deal with that? I mean, I know Caitlin's on she's got...
The saddest part of this situation is that Diana Taurasi was actually one of Caitlin Clark's idols growing up.
Bro.
She was probably one of the first women's basketball players I really grew up idolizing.
It always, bro. I mean, I ain't experienced nothing because I'm nobody. But even if I do become somebody, I'm still nobody. But that's not the point. Anyway, bro, why is it always whenever you grow up, bro, and like everybody says, like the people who have met their I don't idolize nobody, only Jesus Christ, but who have met their idols or like the people that they looked up to growing up or whatever the case is, they meet them. Sometimes they just be straight meatheads, bro. They be terrible human beings, or they just be hating on you for no reason. Especially in this case with Caitlin Clark. Bro, literally her probably favorite WNBA player ever, or the person she literally grew up watching and idolized as a kid, is hating on her as hard as he possibly can now that she's in the WNBA and she's the GOAT. You might as well call her GOAT right now. It's crazy, bro. This is why you don't look up to people.
Drafted into the W.
I mean, you can look up to them in certain aspects, but idolizing people, bro, no. Absolutely not. My screen froze. I got y'all young boys, though. Boom, boom. Right there you go.
Grew up idolizing.
Encouragement or advice on Taurasi never once reached out to offer any words of encouragement or advice on how to
this
succeed
is
in the
weird,
league
bro.
that
That's
Clark
just so
had always
ugly
dreamed
and-
of being a part of since she was a kid.
Nobody gives me advice in the game. I wish.
Like, bro, just because she's
Instead, Taurasi
extremely
appear-
good, like, bro, y'all gotta treat her like everybody else, bro. No, like, her own teammates
Live
don't even give her
television
advice. That's
and
just
essentially downplayed Clark's abilities.
I'm taking Paige. Next question.
So if you had the number 1 pick this year, you would take Paige over Caitlin?
Absolutely.
hate. Well, I'm glad you're not an owner. I'm glad you're not an owner. Because you would just be idiots to not take Caitlin Clark, bro. I'm taking Caitlin Clark over any WNBA player in NBA history. If every WNBA player was all a rookie and I know how good they were, I'm taking Caitlin Clark. If we do a whole redraft of WNBA history, I'm taking Caitlin Clark with the number 1 pick. And she's talking about she's taking Paige over Caitlin Clark. Be real with yourself, bro. You just mad that she's going to be the GOAT. And she's going to be better than you. If Caitlin Clark was not, if you knew Caitlin Clark would be better than you, bro, you wouldn't be mad.
Well, on June 30th, 2024, these two were finally set to meet, and Diana was about to get a front row seat to the biggest thing that has ever happened to women's basketball.
It is incredible the economic fact that one person who has disrupted our ecosystem. Who
The local weather station warned Red to the one and only.
Oh, there you go. Well, they played
Kicking
each
off
other?
the game, Diana couldn't have been happier. She was in complete control, getting whatever she wanted.
I didn't even know they
whenever
played
she
each
wanted.
other. I might have heard
Not
about
only
it.
was she scoring effortlessly, but she was also piling up assists. And when I say piling up assists, I mean simply passing to 6'9" Brittany Griner, who towered over everyone.
I saw somebody called Brittany Griner Bob Griner. Never heard of that before.
Straight out of Attack on Titan. Oh, and just a quick side note, this was the first full WNBA game where I've watched Brittany Griner play. And the first thought that struck me was how crazy she was to claim she could take on DeMarcus Cousins, especially when Cousins was in his prime,
Yeah,
pre-injury.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, she is delusional, bro. If you thought Brittany Griner, whenever that topic was up, if you thought Brittany Griner could beat DeMarcus Cousins, the fact that she even had a delusion in her mind, she could beat DeMarcus. She can't even beat probably the worst center in the no, she could not beat the worst center in the NBA at the time, even right now. There is no chance. Prime DeMarcus Cousins, if you drop prime DeMarcus Cousins in the WNBA, my brother is putting up Wilt Chamberlain stats and more. He's gonna be kicked out the WNBA for legit playing on rookie with the sliders all the way turned up. And when I mean sliders turned up, I'm talking about everything on 100. He in everything, every board, every steal, every block. Delusion. That is 11-0. That game might take 45 seconds at best. Oh my gosh! Why is my computer freezing so much, bro?
Especially when Cousins was in his prime, pre-injury.
I'm just
I
going to
just
use that
recorded
to
2
feel
videos
this.
and
I mean, I'm
one
better,
time.
but
Now it's freezing all
and I know that kind of gets at him, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, little man.
Little man.
As I watched more of her game, it became clear that there's really no comparison at all. Cousins would have eaten her for breakfast.
Obviously, he could be
So I
with
just
both
wanted to
eyes
throw
closed,
this
low
out
key.
there. That was my first impression after seeing BG play a full game, was that her claim was absolutely crazy. Anyway, back to her teammate, Diana Taurasi. As I mentioned earlier, she started strong, but as the game progressed, she began to feel pressure and truly experienced the full extent of the Caitlin Clark
Oh,
hype.
what Kaylin doing?
He's come from above the break. Here's Clark, still trying to find her rhythm. A deep pull.
She never seen something like that before, baby. I tell you that.
Sheesh, guys. Not long after that, DT must have been even more stunned as Caitlin left everyone in awe by completely breaking the ankles of her teammate.
Was he?
Rebecca Allen. She dropped Allen like a...
Dang it.
When I saw that, the first thought that crossed my mind was, what if that had been Diana and what if the shot had gone in?
Caleb, come on. Come on. Bro.
After the Mercury's hot start, Caitlin and the Fever began mounting a comeback.
Quickly up court.
Oh, come here.
Boston running the floor.
Leah Boston. I like her. She kind of nice, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Taurasi made an effort to respond to Caitlin's performance at the end of the first quarter, but it didn't pan out the way she wanted. At this point in the game, Taurasi was beginning to feel the heat. Outside, it was over 110 degrees Fahrenheit, but inside, the heat was even more intense, and we all know why.
Yeah, because you can lie, you can hate, but you can't deny greatness when you see it. You can tell by how somebody acts or their reactions, bro. I'm not saying what they say, how they act, their body language, their facial reactions, or all that. That's how you know when somebody's great. They mouth can lie all they
Caitlin
want.
began to heat up, and the more she did, the more I wondered
gosh.
why this
And
WNBA player made this bold
Well, it should have
statement.
been N1 at least.
Who plays the style that how
What
Caitlin
is the
plays?
style? Just threes?
Wow. It's not just threes.
What is
Why
her
are you
style?
hating, bro?
But back to DT. Overall, she played a decent game, but I was quite disappointed in her performance, and here's why. Despite being the quote-unquote GOAT of the WNBA, she
I thought it was
appeared
Candace
afraid
Parker
of
or
Caitlin
something. I
throughout
ain't
the
gonna lie.
game. From what I saw, she only challenged
I don't know
Caitlin
nothing.
once, and that was during a pick and roll where it seemed that Caitlin made a clean deal, but the referee called a foul. Honestly, after rewatching that several times, I still
Of course, the
don't see
ref
how it
ruins
seemed like the
everything.
refs
That was
were unfairly
clean.
Targeting Caitlin
Clean.
once again.
That's as clean as it can get.
And speaking of the refs going against Caitlin, earlier in the game, they called this an offensive foul on her, which was obviously ridiculous.
I don't see how that's an offensive foul to me. That is a defensive foul.
I didn't get that one either.
Fans continue to criticize WNBA referees for their controversial calls against Caitlin. Anyway, another reason for my disappointment in Taurasi was that
I don't
despite
understand
her
how the
passive-aggressive
WNBA
talk
does
about
not
Caitlin,
like their own
she
GOAT.
didn't want any.
And
of
no,
the
I ain't
smoke
talking about Taurasi.
And stayed as far away from Caitlin as she could. Time and time, she had the opportunity to defend Caitlin.
Oh
but
shit!
chose
Oh,
not
so you
to.
talking all that, but whenever we in the game, you don't want to guard me. You want to chat. You want to chat me though. All right. Okay. Okay. You ain't want to chat me though. Okay.
Instead of taking on the challenge of guarding the player she claimed would struggle against grown women, she passed the defensive assignment to her teammate.
Oh yeah. She knows. She knows she can't.
This
check
happened
her.
pretty
That's
much
what it is.
every time she matched up against Caitlin. Now,
If I'm
I get
Caitlin,
it.
if I'm Caitlin, I'm in the game. I'm like, you come here. That's what's going on.
Is a better defender, but come on. If you're the GOAT, you have to act like it. Michael Jordan never shied away from defending Kobe.
Kobe or
even
MJ
when he
wouldn't
was with
dare
the Wizards
do
and
that.
Kobe was in his athletic prime. Perhaps she didn't want to risk embarrassment or suffer the same fate as her teammate with the broken ankle.
Like, that's
Maybe
nasty,
the pressure
bro. Oh
of
my
17,000 fans in the stands was too overwhelming for her. But regardless, she shied away from the challenge, which was what I was waiting to see all game. To make matters worse for Diana, Caitlin continued to bring the heat. For instance, DT missed a three-pointer, only for Caitlin to take it up the court and nail a stunning three from the logo.
I want to say bottom so bad I can't.
Then on
bro.
the
I
very
can't do
next
it.
play,
I can't.
Caitlin baited her into a steal and followed it up with a perfectly executed assist to her teammate. For someone whose game Taurasi claimed wouldn't translate, Caitlin was making her look like barbecue chicken.
BBQ.
Diana's
Who
worst
report
nightmare
one
was
for?
unfolding.
Oh dang, Caitlin.
How can you talk
I think she
smack
locked
on
it in
national
later. though.
television only to get outplayed by the very girl you had been downplaying the whole time?
Nah, for real.
To make matters worse,
Yeah,
for
get
her,
LC.
Diana literally had the game in her hands.
They lost.
The Phoenix Mercury were up by 50
How much did Caitlin Clark have this game?
points at
Y'all,
the second
can somebody
half,
please let me
only
know?
for Caitlin to spearhead the comeback.
Clark catalyzing.
Okay, she went
back
crazy.
here.
If the announcer saying this, and that was only
Adding
third
insult to
quarter.
injury, Diana played a huge role
2 minutes
on why
later,
her team
I think.
lost. One play, for example, after missing a three-pointer, she failed to get back on defense quickly enough, leading to a flagrant foul, penalty one,
Oh, yeah.
which granted Indiana 2 free throws
Yeah,
and
yeah.
possession. As the
I've
game
seen
winded
enough,
down
bro.
as well, Diana had the chance to extend her team's lead, but managed only 1 out of 2 free throws.
The coach like, dang.
On the other end of the court, she watched Caitlin calmly sink both of her free throws. At that moment, there were no more smirks on Diana's face.
Yeah, because she know.
While many thoughts must have been racing through her mind.
Yeah, she know.
Can't help but
she over Caitlin Clark airball right there. I know she is too.
Regretted her choice of words.
I'm taking Paige. Next question.
Diana, who had downplayed Clark, was now facing defeat in front of 17,000 fans and probably millions more watching on television. To make matters worse, the Fever hadn't beaten the team with a winning record all season. Yet, their first victory
that
came
last year, bro. What the
Diana.
heck going on, twin?
DT had talked her talk, and now she was.
Look at you now, buddy.
After the game, she finally had.
I think she retired after the last year, right? Because I don't think she plays anymore, or does she? I don't know.
Things to say about Caitlin.
What Caitlin's been able to do in her short career so far has just been nothing short of remarkable.
Okay.
Anyway,
I like that.
This entire episode with the WNBA attacking Clark, in which Diana played a significant role, was nothing short of a gong show. But do you want to know the full story from start to finish?
I have a taste for another video.
Why
Watch.
the WNBA targeted Caitlin Clark? If so, don't worry. I've got the.
Hey, I knew it. Hey, y'all boys, let me know, or girls, what you know what I'm saying? If y'all want me to watch this video right here and react to it, man, I will definitely, for sure, react to it. But please subscribe once again, man. If you did say so on to the end of the video, don't be one of those. You feel what I'm saying? Obviously, if you want though, y'all boys, let me know how y'all feel about this whole video. You know what I'm saying? How Diana Taurasi is even now, because this was 11 months ago. But hopefully, y'all can have a blessed and fantastic day in Jesus' name. Without further ado, I love y'all, man. See y'all young boys in the next man. I'm out of there.